Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. Let me find my music because I haven't had my Christmas music on in a long time. I done knocked my own self out of the stream. So hey y'all. I appreciate you all tuning in with me tonight. Hey Alonzo Perry. Hey Starbucks lover. How are y'all doing? So tonight I have a juicy topic for you all because this seems to be one of the topics that people tend to ask me a lot over the years. It's like one of the most consistent topics that people ask me about. So I thought I'd come on and talk to you all about it tonight. I'm gonna wait a few more minutes and give a few more people time to join the live. But how are you guys doing tonight? I appreciate y'all tuning in with me. How are you all? Hey, everybody that's joining the live. You already know what to do. Make sure you go ahead and hit the thumbs up button for your girl so we can get more people in here. I'm going to put it up on my phone too so that I can chat along with y'all. All right, so let me go ahead and do my intro. So for those of you who are watching me for the very first time, hello, I am Army Princess, U.S. Army soldier. I've been in the military for over 10 years now, and I love to share my experiences with you all. And this is my version of Vlogmas. So what I'm doing is coming on every single night from December 1st through December 25th to do a live vlog with you all to discuss trending military topics and to answer your questions. So we have been going hard and heavy the last week with military Q&As, but I wanted to bring on kind of like a juicy topic. It's kind of a juicy topic because this, like I said, is a topic that people ask me about all the time. And it's so funny to me because it was actually something that happened to me. So I wouldn't necessarily say that my family didn't want me to join, but there were a lot of close friends. There were a lot of close coworkers that I worked with before I joined the military that were not very happy or excited about me joining the military. And so we're going to get into that. We're going to get into the things that I said to them and, the things that we discussed and talked about. And then my whole outlook on the whole situation now, 13 years later, from the inside looking out, how that has changed my perspective. But Starbucks lover, we have her or him. I don't know if it's a male or a female in here first. So, hey, thank you. Alonzo Perry said he's doing good. I'm doing well as well. I don't think I'm going to be on too long tonight, you all, because I have a lot to do tonight. Like I have orders that came in today. I forgot to give y'all $5 coupon. I'm going to give you all your $5 coupon tonight. I apologize. That's my bad, but I have them written down, so I will be giving those 3 people their $5 coupon. And maybe tomorrow we are going to do a game, you all. So I think I'm going to do a game tomorrow. I got to think of some good juicy questions to ask you all for the game, but tomorrow we'll do a game to win a prize. Hey to the people that are joining us. We had a few more people that joined the live stream. So hey, go ahead and drop the green hearts. Let me put my banner up here for green hearts. And go ahead and hit the like button as well. So make sure y'all drop those green hearts in here. If you're new, let us know where you're watching from. Hey, Desire. Let us know where you're watching from. So let's go ahead and get started on the topic. So when I joined the military a long time ago, it wasn't that the military was like new at war, if you know what I mean. Hey, Danique. It wasn't that we were new at war. Like 9/11 had happened a long time ago. I joined way after 9/11. I think 9/11 and like the first few years after 9/11 were very, very hard and stressful for the military. It was a very hard time for the military. And so it was a lot of the stuff like going to Iraq and Afghanistan and that type of stuff was new, and it was very unsafe. Like it was just like the unknown, unsafe. Everybody was scared. People didn't know what to expect. So I think for anybody that joined the military around that time or right after that time, have a different perspective on their military experience compared to the people that joined today in 2020. Like, it's nowhere near. Hey, Logan, it's nowhere near the people's experience that joined today. Like, even from the time I joined in 2007, 2008, compared to now, it's like totally different. Like, I see a totally different grade of soldiers, but that's neither here nor there. We're talking about my experience when I joined. So I think that people were shook literally around that time when they were shook. So like I said, I didn't join in 9/11, but I joined in 2000. I want to say 2007. Yeah. The end of 2007 is when I joined the military. And so there were people that were very, very no, it's patty cake now. I agree. I definitely agree. But there were people that joined that were not happy for me joining. I think most people were scared. And I think that's the issue that a lot of people even today have. I get DMs all the time. My mom doesn't want me to go, or my family is not supporting me. What should I do? What should I do? And a lot of people are just scared. Like, they don't know what the military is. They don't know what the military does. They don't know what to expect. They don't know. Like, everybody, all of us, everybody assumes that when you join, I joined today, go to basic training and AIT, and tomorrow I'm deploying. That is not always the case. That is a small portion of the case. And then they think, if I deploy, I'm going to be out shooting on the front lines and I'm going to get shot at and I'm going to die. That's that's so unrealistic nowadays. And so, but people are still stuck in that mind frame. People are still scared about that. And I think that's why people are very, very hesitant, especially family members, older family members are hesitant on their, kids and daughters and sons joining the military. But the military is not like what you all see in the movies and on TV. It's so different. And it's funny because there's these Instagram videos and memes going around of, I forget his name. It's a movie star that's doing a military movie, and we all like, yeah, we know that's not going to be, it's going to be so unrealistic. Like, people go off of the movies, and the movies is just like far from what the real military is like. I think probably the only movie that I saw that was very, very close, very, very similar is kind of Saving Private Ryan. They kind of got it very, very close. I used to actually watch Army Wives. I think it was a Lifetime show, like a series. It was called Army Wives, and that was pretty close to what actual military life is like. But that was more so spouses, like what the spouse's life was like. So if there's anybody that's interested on what the spouse's life is like in the military, go watch Army Wives. It's very, very, very close. Logan said, I tell people it's what you make of it. Yes, definitely. It is what you make of it. It is definitely not what you see on TV. I remember when I went to college, right before I went to college, I watched Drumline, because Drumline was still kind of new. It had already came out a few years, but it was like the closest thing that I can reference of kids my age going to college. And I went to college. I was like, this is not how college is. So that's the same thing with the TV and like military life. But I would say for anybody that's experiencing their family members or people not wanting them to join, ask them what their reservations are. I always tell people, what's your reservations? Like, why do you not want me to go? Why do you feel so against or opposed of me joining the military? And a lot of times it's what they see on TV. Oh, this and oh, that, and oh, it's the president. The president is so far removed from my everyday life. I could literally care less who's sitting in the White House when it comes to me and the things that I do every day. Like, they have no bearing on that type of stuff. Hey, Aaron, Ashley, hey. So for the people that are just now joining, please make sure y'all go ahead and hit the like button. We kind of like going up and down as far as the people that's coming in and going out. So make sure y'all hit the like button so we can get more people in here. Logan said, tell the recruiter you want to be 11 Bravo. Quit trying to push that 11 Bravo, Logan. That's not for everybody. That is not for the faint of heart. 11 Bravo is probably a very rewarding MOS, but I really don't think it's for everybody. It's kind of cool though. It's kind of cool to say you know somebody. Hey, Char Miracle. I think that's how you say it. Hey. So for the people that are just now joining, please make sure y'all go ahead and hit the like button and the thumbs up button. Drop those green hearts. And if you're new in here, because I see a few new people like Aaron Ashley, let me know where you all are watching from. And so we are talking about people whose family and loved ones may not want them to join the military. So the biggest thing, hey Cora, 25 Victor, we talked about that earlier this week. 25 Victor is the combat camera, I think. The MOS where you know, take the pictures and stuff. So I have a person that I can direct you towards if you have any questions on 25 Victor. I keep saying, I don't know if it's Chamiracle, Camiracle, but they're coming in from Fort Sill. So, hey, girl, hey. Alexandria, I just started my process of joining. Congrats to you. Congrats, girl. I'm excited for you. So for the people that are in this chat, has anybody ever experienced that themselves, like your family and friends did not want you to join? Like I literally, let me tell y'all when I was about to join and I was at my job and I had to tell my job, you know, hey, I'm only going to be here another few weeks. I signed up to leave for the military. When I tell you my supervisor was so mad at me, like literally pulled me aside, took me out to the parking lot and was like, do you want me to throw sand in your face? Because that's what's going to happen to you. I was like, where are you getting this from? Like when I tell you she was so amped up, about me not joining. She was like, you are too smart to join the military. The military is for dumb people. They're gonna send you to Iraq and you just gonna be out at war. She was like, if you want me to, I will sit here and throw sand in your face right now to get the effect. And I'm like, wow, like people really think like that. People really feel like that. That's really how people's sense of what the military is like, and that is so far from the truth. Desire said I want to be 11 Bravo or 31 Kilo, so you need to be talking to Logan because I think he's a 11 Bravo. Eric said 42 Alpha from California. Hey Eric, we got some new people in here. Hey Eric, we got Cora in here. My grandma is very against it. Why, Cora? Let us know why. Like what did she say? Why? Hey, Antoinette, thank you for joining us again. Logan said my mom didn't give a F. A lot of my mama was like, okay, bye. Like, and my dad was in the military, but he was like when it was Vietnam. So y'all know that's like totally different from even when I joined in 2007. But my family, my direct family was not against it. It was like my friends and my coworkers. But my mom is like proud of me for joining the military. And it's so funny because there was this girl that was in basic training and we were all talking about like why we joined. Like when you go, you're gonna be talking about crazy dumb stuff. So everybody was going around talking about why they joined the military and went to basic training. And she literally said you could tell she was spoiled. She came from money. I will never forget her face. She came from money because she came with her Victoria's Secret bras and panties. Like, who comes to basic training with they had them laid out like panties and bras that match a set every day. But anyway, she said that she joined the military because her mama made her mad. So she joined to get back at her mama. But it ended up backfiring on her because her mama was happy she joined and was proud of her. So then she was just like stuck in the military. That was funny. Cora said, I don't know. I'm going to ask her those questions you mentioned. Yes, please ask her. People have their reservations. And nowadays, like now within the last 4 years, people don't want other people to join. Like somebody literally said, should I wait till after the president is not the president anymore? If you wait until Trump get out, then you join it for the wrong reasons because Trump should have no bearing on why you join the military or not. Any president should have no bearing. The president has 0.0 of a impact on you, you know, ultimately. I'm exaggerating because they do make the decisions, but they don't make my everyday decisions. My direct leadership make my everyday decisions. And a lot of the stuff that the president puts in act is not his choice. It comes from the Senate. So those are the people that you need to be worried about if you're worried about the reason why who's up there and making those decisions. The good thing that has happened from Trump joining the military, from Trump being president, is that we all got a raise. We did not get a raise with Obama. We got a raise with Trump. So I like my increase in coins. So that was one good thing. Shamirica said the military has been the best for me and my family. Yes, I agree with you as well. Same here. It has really, really helped my family, especially with the for the people who don't know, like the infertility stuff, like I had to do IVF with both of my kids, the VA loan where we got 2 basic houses, like no interest. All of that. My family was excited when I first left Canada, joined for the free Camaro. Well, that just took me out. That took me out. Because I know a lot of people when they join, they get the cars. And please don't go buy you a car with your first money, with your first deployment money. Please don't. Hey, Rhonda. Thank you for joining us. For the people that are joining, make sure y'all go ahead and hit the thumbs up button for your girl. We're getting all kind of new people in here tonight, y'all. Rhonda said my family was definitely iffy at first, but I agree with Chamiracle. I hope I'm saying that right. It looked like Chamiracle to me. Maybe it's Camiracle. Rhonda, why was your family against it or iffy? I would say. Aaron said, I'm joining to better my family. Yes. So I literally had somebody in my DMs. I get so many people in my DMs on Instagram when it comes to the military stuff. And they were like, my husband, like, and so this is a big one when your husband, it's different when it's like your extended family and people you work with. Like you don't really have to see them people. But she was like, my husband said he does not want me to join. What should I do? And I'm like, I can't tell you what to do with your husband and your family, like your household. That's on you. But I will say for the people, because I get a lot of people that their parents, like mostly it's their mom, or like I think Logan or somebody said their grandmother did not want them to join. And these are like young kids, like 18, 19, still living at home. They were like, well, I live with my mom, but she doesn't want me to join. She's against it, but I want to, make a better life for myself. I want to leave home. I want to see the world, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, girl, what you waiting on? Like, it sounds cool to be like, oh, I'm not going to leave because my mama don't want me to. But at the end of the day, you have to make what's best for you decisions. You have to do what's right for you. You will never know if that was right or wrong for you unless you go. I'm not saying to put a strain on your relationship with your family and your friends and your husband and your mama. But sometimes, like, you just have to go off and leave the nest and do you. And when you make the most of it, when you make the best of that experience, I'm sure your family is going to be proud of you. Like there's going to be, I ain't going to say never, but there may be little time when, your family, when you leave and you're a success story and they still mad at you. You know what I mean? So do you, but I'm not going to be the one to tell you, you should do this or you shouldn't do this. That's on you. Rhonda said, hey girl, hey. Camirica said, I finished 2 degrees using the military funds. Student loans is not the business. I agree. I told y'all yesterday when I got my bonus for re-enlisting, I paid off my student loans and I was able to get my degree free, courtesy of the Army. So I went to school. I got my bachelor's degree in healthcare administration and didn't have to pay a dime, y'all. Hey, Cammie, thank you for joining us. My family is still against me going because it's a white man army. That's so funny to me. I mean, I guess people can see it like that, but let me tell y'all, when I went to Japan and I got off that plane and I got on base at Camp Zama, it was so many. I said, did they send all the black people over here? It's so funny because when I was in basic training in AIT, of course, it is predominantly white. But when I got to Japan, I was like, oh, they sent all the black people over here. Like, I had the time of my life, y'all. And I mean, if you look at the statistics of the people that join, yes, it is male dominated. It's going to be way more men than women, and it's going to be way more white men than any other race in the military. But I wouldn't say that it's a white man's army. Like, I met some of the coolest people in the military that were Caucasian. Like, best friends, cool. Like, nobody has ever done me harm or done anything, bad. I cannot speak on not one experience, maybe one, but that's a whole different space. But in the 13 years that I've been in the military, I could say maybe one bad experience that I had with somebody that was Caucasian. Like, I met some of the coolest white boys. Like when I tell you cool, 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 funny, look out for you, like they like I'm their sister. Like I have actually a sailor that's under me that's a young Caucasian sailor. Cool, so sweet. Like so I wouldn't I just it's because people have what they see on TV. On TV, they show these white men, Caucasian men, as soldiers, but it's so much more to the military than that. So many different ethnicities: Polynesian, Filipino, Asian, Korean, like so many other ethnicities in the military. So just try to think past that. That's like what the typical movie shows. Antoinette said, I wish when I was 17, 18, I listened to my dad about joining the Army. I basically just laughed at him and said, yeah, okay. And now look, 5 to 6 years later, I'm so close to going back after getting hurt. That's, you know what, Antoinette, that's one of the things that one of my biggest mistakes that I wish I would have done is join the military straight out of high school. Like literally when I graduated, I wish I would have joined the military and went, like just left and went to the military. Instead, I went to college. I racked up student loans. I ended up moving back home. And then I ended up joining the military anyway. And I joined at 21. But if I would have joined at 18, I would be 3 years closer to retirement. I would be sitting here talking about, man, I only got another 5 years left in the military. Like, do you know how good that sounds? Like 5 years until you can retire. And I would have been further along in rank. I would have got promoted further. The only bad thing is if I'd have joined 3 years earlier, I wouldn't have been my husband. So it works out, but I do think that people should join straight out of high school. If you're thinking about joining, don't wait. Just go straight out of high school. We talked about the mega knees. The mega knees, when you straight out of high school, you can do more, you can run longer, you can stay up more, you more nimble. So go when you're young. Cammie said, and plus they think that the Army is what the TV shows, and I'm trying to tell them that it isn't. I do research every day on the Army, so I know more than them. Yes, that's mostly what it is what people see on TV. And what people see on TV is not a true depiction of what the military life is like. It is so far removed from what the actual military day-to-day life is like. Cammie said, tell us about your experience. I mean, you're talking about my experience with the one person. So I wouldn't say it was a bad experience because I actually never said anything to that person, but I did do a story time video on it when the whole Vanessa Guillen thing came out about sexual assault, sexual harassment in the military. I've never been sexually harassed or sexually assaulted or had any type of discriminatory or racist things towards me. I did not fall into that category, but when I was a young soldier at my first duty station, there was this one soldier that used to make comments about, you know, me in uniform when we went to PT, because of course, you know, PT in the summertime, you wear shorts and a t-shirt, the military shorts and a t-shirt. And he'd be like, oh, Jones, because my maiden name was Jones at the time. Oh, Jones, you looking mighty nice in those shorts. And it made me feel uncomfortable. I never said anything to him. So he didn't know that I was uncomfortable about it. But it's just that was the only experience that I had. And that was when we were talking about like the whole sexual assault, sexual harassment thing. But that, I would say that was my own experience. And it wasn't that he was like overly acting crazy or he physically touched me or said anything to me. That was never the case. It was just like the comments that he made me feel uncomfortable. Antoinette said, every time someone at work hears I'm joining the Army, they automatically think war. So I tell them to dream that my dream job and they look at me stupid. Like, I don't know why people it's just a TV. That's it. It's just a TV and people don't know. So when you don't know, you just kind of fill in the blank with what you think, and what you think is usually not correct. Rhonda said, I definitely agree about that. I joined at 23. I always say I wish I would have joined straight out of high school. Me too, girl. Me too. And so you joined at 23. I joined at 21. I really wish I would have joined straight out of high school. Hey, Blackheart, thank you for joining us. He said, I just came to say bye. Hi and bye. Thank you for joining us. Logan said, TBH, my experience is a lot of PowerPoints on why to drive with your seatbelt and why not to drink and drive while on base. Dead by PowerPoint. Yes, the military does have an issue with the PowerPoints, y'all. I think it's just the easiest way to get a bunch of information to a lot of people. But sometimes it's just overboard. with the death by PowerPoint. But I'm curious to know. Oh, look at all these people that popped in here. Hey, we're Apple. Thank you for joining us and dropping the green hearts. So Logan, question for you. I need to have you on. Like, I wish people would actually call in. I need to like actually have a two-way conversation with some of y'all. But being infantry, what is that like? Can you like let us know what being infantry is like? And now see, when I talked about sexual assault and sexual harassment, even me, I have preconceived notions about what it's like to be a female around infantrymen because of the things that I see and the things that I heard. I've never experienced anything. I've never known anybody personally that experienced anything, but it's just always hearsay. So can you let us know just what your experience is like being infantry? I know you probably like with a lot of men all the time. And I know men talk in their men language about men things. But yeah, I'm curious to know what that's like. Hey, we're Apple. Thank you for joining us. Cammie said you should make a topic for Vlogmas, sharp and harassment. That is a very good topic, Cammie. I think I might do something like that. I really try to stay away from like the very, very sensitive topics and the political topics because people don't want to hear, people would be, I don't want to say they don't want to hear what I have to say. They would be surprised at my opinion on a lot of things. I'm very, very conservative, just so y'all know. So my opinion on a lot of things is not what the normal people's opinions on stuff is. So I'm just going to keep it like that and say it like that. And I don't know if I even need to bring all that drama to my YouTube channel, but it would be a juicy Vlogmas though. So Logan said, what did you hear? So I mean, I just hear that like, I don't know. I don't want to say it's unsafe, but I just hear that it's like infantry is just like, and like, you don't want to be a woman around the infantry people. And I guess that's just because it's just like all men together all the time. So I have a friend, like we have a very, very good friend that's a sailor. Like my husband's friend, best friend is a sailor. And they talked about like life on the submarine. And I didn't know that so when the sailors, they have a job that's like, you could be on a submarine instead of being on a ship. You do like just on a submarine, and when they on a submarine, they go down under the water for like months at a time. Like they don't come up; they stay down under the water. So they don't really let females on the submarine. Like with men, like if it's a submarine, it's only all men on the submarine. They don't let females on the submarine because you got like 1 or 2 females locked under the water for months with 9 or 10 men. It's just not something you want to put together. So that's the same thing that I kind of think about when I think about like being with the infantry. It's not as bad as you think. It's too much to type. It probably is. Yes, it probably is too much to type. Anyone can do it. And that's the other thing. Like I know me personally, I'm not built for that. I'm not cut out for that. All that rough marching and that being out in the woods and being out in the field for months at a time. Like I probably could do it, but I don't want to. Like it's not something that I would look forward to. It's not something that I would enjoy doing every day. So I'm going to just stay back in the air condition in the clinic, and I'll give y'all medicine when y'all come see me. Anybody else have any questions, any topics? Because I'm not going to stay on here long. Y'all let me know. I got people signing up, buying stuff. Like as we just been on live, I got an order. As Cammie said, I get paranoid being in a submarine. You know what? I never really been I've been in a submarine once, like in Hawaii, like they have the submarine tours, but that's not like really being in a submarine, like on a deployment. Like that's my everyday job. And then like the air is recycled. That's like being on an airplane for months. Like just think of how small it is with the same air you breathe in, and then like the whole bathroom situation. I just don't want to think about it. Rhonda said I was in the infantry unit in Bliss when I was an 88 Mike. So how was that? And how's being an 88 mic? We haven't had any 88 mics on here, y'all. Look we got the first 88 mic up in the house, I think. Nobody's talked about 88 Mike yet. We talked about 42 Alpha, 92 Yankee, 68 Whiskey, 25 Victor, but this is our first 88 Mike in the house. We always were in the field. Yes, I know y'all be in the field all the time. 88 Mike's infantry in the field. What's the crazy scenario you've been in from your MOS? So I don't think I've been in any crazy, like, it's chill. I can't think of any MOS related crazy scenario. Literally, my job is so boring. I come to work, you literally come to work and do the same thing. Like, the craziness that we have to deal with in our MOS is the patience. We deal with some patients that will cuss you out in a minute. A lot of the old Vietnam veterans that some of them are so sweet. Some of them just like need somebody to talk to. We just deal with the craziness with the patients. But like with my job, I don't go to the field. I think I've been to the field one time, and that was when we were doing some kind of training exercise, and we stayed in the barracks. And so it wasn't like really going to the field. I've never deployed. Like, my job is chill. It's kind of boring. It's like chill to the point where it's almost boring. Yeah, 88 Mikes are our heroes. Didn't have to walk nowhere. I'm 42 now because I couldn't do the 88 Mike anymore. Yeah, so 42 Alpha, we have 40. Oh, so she's not 88 Mike anymore. See, we can't get any 88 Mikes in the house, but she could still give us some of her experience. Cora said, can you go overseas for your first duty session? Yes, Cora. Girl, so we talked about this yesterday. Was it yesterday, y'all? Y'all be getting all the days confused running together. But we talked about it yesterday. My very, very first duty station was Camp Zama, Japan. Oh, that was earlier this week when we had my husband on and we did the marriage in the military talk about getting married and BAH and BAS and MACP and all of that stuff. But yes, you can go overseas for your very first duty station. You don't, for the people that are just joining the military, you don't really get a say in your first duty station. You most likely are needs of the Army. So when you graduate AIT, you'll come down on orders, and your orders will be wherever the Army needs you, and you will go there. So apparently when I graduated, the Army needed a 68 Quebec in Japan. So Japan was my very first duty station. You do not get, what is the word? You do not get spared because you're new to the military. So you go wherever the Army needs you. Rhonda said, it wasn't bad. I love Bliss in my unit. I never had any issues with none of the infantry guys. Awesome. That is good to hear. I like to hear stuff like that, especially coming from a female, because there's so much negativity going on with the military right now. And I know, like, all of the stuff that happened with Vanessa Guillen, you know, made it national news. And I'm glad that everything came to light with her situation. But her situation is not everybody's situation. And I feel like that's how people are trying to make it out to seem like everybody experiences that, because I've never experienced it. But there are some craziness going on in Fort Hood, and I really, really feel bad about what happened to her and her situation. Maybe I'll do a video on that. Maybe I'll do a live on it. I did do a video on it, but it really hurts my heart for what happened to her. But I just think that people just automatically assume everything is like that, and all of the negativity is like that, and all of Fort Hood is bad, and that's definitely not the case. It's getting such a bad rap. Logan said we were respectable. That is so good to hear. I'm glad y'all are respectable. And Cami said we are playing a game tomorrow since it's Friday. Yes, so we are going to play a game tomorrow. I don't know what the game is going to be. I can't think of the game right now, but I'm gonna probably give y'all make up some questions for y'all, some trivia. Maybe it'll be a little bit of trivia for the people, because I've been having some day ones in here. Sadia not in here tonight. Sadia usually is in here. And Kirsty Mads is not in here. Kathleen ain't been in here in a couple days. But we usually have some day ones in here. So, yes, Cami, tomorrow we are going to play a game to win. And I did get your DM. And I said earlier that I forgot to give people their gift cards. But I'm going to give y'all gift cards tonight. Because I think Sadia DM'd me as well. So, thank you all for joining. I think I'm going to go ahead and end this live a little bit early tonight, because I got to pack up some orders and I got some stuff to do because I go to work tomorrow. But yeah, hit me up Come see me tomorrow. We can chat and we're gonna play a game. All right, y'all. Thank you all for tuning in.